This has to be one of the strangest leaks I have ever seen for Call of Duty. You don't know what happens. The way that Call of Duty HQ works is when there's a new update, they put in upcoming game files for what is coming next for Call of Duty. And what is coming next for Call of Duty? The reveal for Black Ops 7 happening on August 19th, which assumably then they're going to be putting pre-orders live for the game. Now, in the game files, we found the pre-order bonuses, and they are very weird. We first of all have a set of 4 characters who are going to be skins within Black Ops 7. On top of that, we have a bunch of weapon blueprints, and finally, we have this. Now, if you don't know who that is Viktor Reznov. Number 1, maybe my favorite Call of Duty character of all time, and number 2, a very, very strange version of him, which we need to talk about. So in other words, Reznov is returning, the pre-order bonuses are going to be strange, and we need to talk about why. Now, if you can read here, you will see that if you pre-order Black Ops 7, you will get access to the Reznov challenge pack within Black Ops 6 and Warzone, which will give you 3 different challenges in game to unlock 3 different versions of Reznov. We'll get to that in a minute, but these are in Black Ops 6 and then will be in Black Ops 7, which has me worried because, as you know, I do not want carry forward content going into Black Ops 7. In other words, I don't want my Ninja Turtles to be in Black Ops 7 whatsoever. Imagine just day 1 playing the game. You have Ninja Turtles, you have Squid Games, you have everything that we already see in game already running around on day 1. I don't want that, but we have seen individual skins like this before. In fact, it was last year that we had the Woods carryover from Modern Warfare 3 into Black Ops 6, even though the Modern Warfare 3 stuff only got carried forward into Warzone. Now, if you look at all of the pre-order content for the Vault Edition, starting on the left-hand side there, we have Chloe Lynch. Now, Chloe Lynch was a character, a secondary antagonist within Call of Duty Black Ops 2. It was a character who you could either save or not, and depending on what happened with her, would change the outcome of the actual game. Now, we don't know whether or not Chloe or any of these characters will actually be in the final game, but I'm guessing because we're seeing her here, she most likely will be. The second character that we have is Harper. Now, Harper was another character within Black Ops 2 that, again, there was an option whether this character lived or died. And based off of the canon endings and everything that we've talked about before, we came to the judgment that this character did indeed survive. So, again, another one that makes sense that we are seeing here. Now, the final 2, a little less so. First off, we have the bus driver from Transit, which also pretty much confirms that that zombies map is making a return. And then finally, on the right-hand side, we essentially have Reaper, or Experimental War Robot, which was a specialist back in Black Ops 4 and Black Ops 3, and I don't exactly know how that one's going to tie in, but it's obviously going to have something to do with the guild. Now, going back to why the Reznov one is so weird, there's a couple of reasons. First of all, 3 different versions of Reznov, the first of which is called Stalingrad Reznov. This is obviously from Call of Duty World at War, which is, of course, when Reznov was introduced.
You can make it, my friend. You always survive. The honor should be yours. As long as you live, the heart of this army can never be broken.
Things will change, my friend. As heroes, we will return to Russia's embrace.
Now, after that, you probably have the main version of Reznov that you probably recognize the most. That's front and the middle, and that is, of course, the one from Black Ops 1. This is, of course, when Reznov became famous, or technically infamous, for who he was, or technically who he wasn't, because this version of Reznov that you are seeing here, you never actually saw. He was dead before he actually looked like this.
Hold. Reznov. You nearly took a bullet.
No one fights alone, Mason. I will work my way around.
All right, but move quietly. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Now, the final version we have is titled Memory Reznov, and the reason why this is so important is because this is seemingly what the new thing inside of Black Ops 7 is actually going to be. Now, the reason why I say that is if we go back to the very original reveal trailer for Call of Duty Black Ops 7, one of the things that we essentially know is canon from just eliminating what we know about the game is that Raul Menendez is indeed dead at the end of Black Ops 2. It's just that is the canon ending. However, in the Black Ops 7 teaser, he is there, which means this is inside of David Mason, who we have now known and has been shown is going to be the main character within Black Ops 7. Now, looking back at Reznov here, this is somehow a memory implanted in someone's head, in a direct neural interface potentially, and this is seemingly tying together the overall story of the game. But here is the weird part. Technically, Reznov would never have been inside of David Mason's head unless being told stories from someone like Frank Woods, because he was someone who was inside of Alex Mason's head, which was his father. Unless we are now assuming that memories can be passed down from generation to generation, or even further, if you didn't already know, in Call of Duty Black Ops 4, there is something that was invented for Blackout, which was actually taking people's DNA and Jurassic Parking them and creating something called archetypes, which were recreations of their bodies, their minds, and maybe even their spirits, and bringing them back to life. And that was what Project Blackout was actually all about. And we might be seeing some sort of early version of this. However, I don't actually think that's the case, and here's why. I think a big portion of the Black Ops 7 campaign is going to take place inside of a simulation. The reason why I think this is if you go to the Guild's website, which is really the only teaser we've had for August 19th, which is the reveal for the campaign, is you go to innovations on here, and one of them is what we are seeing here. It's a concept image for a new invention called the GQC, which, by the way, this is in 2025, is going to be invented by the year 2035. But when in development, it looks the same as the skin that we're seeing for Reznov, which you would assume is from some sort of simulation. And because of those crossovers between the two, and also the advent of the DNI, or direct neural interface, which then ties into Black Ops 4, Black Ops 3, everything along those lines, I think that is more so the story link that we are going to go through here. And if anything, the campaign doesn't take place inside of a simulation, I wouldn't be surprised if they did a similar thing to what we saw with Black Ops 3, where the entirety of that story of the multiplayer of that game and every single map that you played on was inside of your direct neural interface, and everyone was just playing inside of a simulation. And I know some people don't like that, but that's kind of what it's leaning to look like, which means we might see more and more and more crazy skins. But anyway, that's just a theory.
A game theory.
I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm trying to stay on top of all of this story and Call of Duty stuff, and as well as Battlefield and story for other games. And if you've been enjoying it, be sure to subscribe, turn notifications on. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace.
We are reaching for the stars, but we're